Why go after the Crimson Lotus founders? Was it really out of revenge? You mentioned Crimson Lotus being responsible for killing your family. What set this all into motion?
It all started with Kenmochi. He was some kind of real estate broker way back when. He was making a fortune too. And that was before the bastard went after my parents.
Right. Sadamoto-san mentioned something like that.
Except, there was no evidence that they ever started the fire. The police pinned it all on the stalker and left it at that. Meaning it's up to me to get justice.
Mikiko. 2 years back, you disappeared from your home, leaving a suicide note behind. The cops believe you killed yourself, but obviously you never did.
Of course not. Besides, I can't just die and leave my son behind. It was Crimson Lotus who framed my suicide. Must have been convenient for them.
I figured that was the case. But still, I can't believe you lived. They seriously pushed you off a waterfall?
To this day, I have no clue how I survived. I was apparently knocked out at the time. Maybe I have the devil's luck. Anyway, when I woke up, Shirakawa-san had already taken me in. But I couldn't remember anything.
What made your memories come back?
I was watching TV.
TV?
Yes. And Kyoya's face was on there.
Right. Your husband.
He's been on TV a lot lately. I think I saw him on some morning show. Anyway, he was chatting with a celebrity, looking real smug. And that's when it all came back. What Crimson Lotus had done to me. And what they took away.
Was there a reason you didn't contact your family right then? Sadamoto-san and June were worried like hell.
Let's just say I had some unfinished business to deal with. The kind a woman's family doesn't need to know about.
Okay then. Let's say you had taken down Crimson Lotus. Then what? You really meant for these dopes to take June?
Desperate times call for desperate measures. That's all I can say.
Mikiko, why'd you want to stick June with these shady assholes?
Because I needed a detective who'd take an anonymous job. I couldn't let it get out that I was still alive. The last thing I wanted was Crimson Lotus hunting me down first. And while detectives are supposed to maintain confidentiality, I can't just take that at face value. Besides, any legit detective would turn down some random woman asking to snatch up a specific kid, right?
True. Guess that explains why you'd go to ex-Yakuza.
Yeah, except Igarashi-san figured out who I was midway through it all.
Sorry I had to pry, Mikiko-san. But I always vet my clients. I'll admit, I was shocked to find out a dead woman hired us. Not to mention, one who was hell-bent on taking out Crimson Lotus. Those disgusting bastards. But hey, that's the most exciting shit that's happened to us in years. Why wouldn't we go all in?
I appreciate the help, Igarashi-san. Your people have had my back since day one. And Senda-san, I'm sorry my actions put you in harm's way.
How'd you even afford them after being gone 2 years? You have cash stored away somewhere?
After all I went through, I still managed to have my wedding ring. Pawned that off right away.
Apparently it was enough to cover my fee and then some.
You know, your boy June ended up paying me a visit. He wanted me to help him find his mom.
I knew about that. Igarashi-san had told me he was with you. It didn't take me long to figure out what he was up to.
He also thinks he's my son. Of course, I beg to differ, but
Right. That's all in his imagination.
Yeah, that's what your husband said too. I guess June was reading your diary from when we were together and got some ideas in his head. He said you wrote, "I'll never see Masaharu-san again, and I should get this taken care of."
I wrote that? Huh. I wonder what I meant.
Come on, you really don't remember?
How could I? That diary's as old as time. And even so... Wait. You don't mean...
Ringing some bells?
Remember that time I borrowed 50,000 yen while we were out shopping? I forgot to grab money from the bank. But there it was, the cutest coat I had ever seen. The last one on the rack. And of course, I left my card at home too.
Huh. Know what? It does sound familiar. Hold on. Don't tell me.
Mm-hmm. I never gave you your money back after we split up. So I was stuck thinking about whether or not I should pay you back. It would have been pretty awkward after the breakup we had. So yeah, that was stressful.
What? You mean to tell me that's what all that meant?
If you want, I could give you 50 grand right now.
No thanks.
Really? Okay, you're the boss.
Easy, Mikiko-san. They might have put drugs in your system. Why don't you take a rest in the back?
Sure. I'll take you up on that.
Your guy, Senda. He's into Mikiko, isn't he?
That obvious, huh?
Well, yeah.
What can I say? The guy's a big softy. I always tell him not to get too close to clients.
What about you? Mikiko got your attention too? For a crooked detective, I'd say you're pretty devoted.
Maybe I am. I've always respected fearless women like her. And besides, it's devotion that got our customer satisfaction rate topping 80%. That said, the guarantee applies to real customers only. Suckers don't get the same deal.
Corrupt and methodical. Gotta have a system, right? Huh?
Hey, Kaito. You think Mikiko-san's into sweets?
Oh, yeah. If memory serves, she always liked dessert with her coffee.
Noted. Thank you.
Kaito here. What's up?
Guess what? I was able to salvage the data from that hard drive, damaged as it was.
No shit! Nice going, man. Anything useful on there?
Well, I did find something intriguing. Scans of some under-the-table transactions. Though, whether they're useful to you or not, that I cannot say.
Well, wanna fill me in anyway?
Okay, so these scans showed questionable wire transfer records. It seems it was a security company that burned down. But 17 years ago, it received very large sums of unspecified funds over the course of 7 years. And the source of these funds was a smartphone app developer called Devenir.
So, some smartphone company illegally funds a security firm. What for?
That, unfortunately, I could not find. I tried combing through their email history, but still nothing came up.
Alright.
Oh, and this Devenir? It doesn't seem to exist anymore. In fact, there are hardly any records of it operating. I'm tempted to think it's a dummy corporation, Kaito-san.
Huh. Now tell me that's not fishy.
Indeed. Alas, that's about all I managed to recover. However, I do intend on looking into this Devenir a bit further. Seeing as there isn't much about it on the web, I'll likely have to do some extra digging.
Appreciate all the help, Tsukumo.
Of course. Just ping me if there's anything else you need.
Guys, this is bad. It's Mikiko-san.
Where is she?
I don't know. The window was open when I got here.
Mikiko, where the hell did you go? Is she seriously going after Crimson Lotus again?
Oh, not good.
You know something?
Oh, no?
Numbnuts here doesn't know a damn thing.
He can speak for himself. Now talk.
Well, it's just that Mikiko-san might be...
Senda! Whatever she decides to do, we see it through to the end. That was the deal, wasn't it?
Trying to turn Mikiko into a criminal? You know detectives are supposed to protect their clients, right?
We are protecting our client by not letting you interfere with her work.
You know, Igarashi, I really can't stand the sight of you. I'll just have to beat the truth out of you then.
I'd like to see you try. In fact, I've been dreaming of the day I get to cave in your skull! Let's go, Kaito!
Here we go! Don't fuck with me!
Let's do this!
Come on, you done already?
Say your prayers! Let's do this!
Spill it! Where'd Mikiko run off to? Talk!
You really think you can save Mikiko-san? The guy who left her in the dust for the Matsugane family.
Fuck you.
Believe me, Kaito. Her anguish runs deeper and darker than you can possibly fathom. She's fueled by a hatred too hot to be contained. That is, until she kills her target.
So what do you know about Mikiko, huh?
A lot, actually. Collecting June wasn't all she had us do. There was another thing she asked us to look into, which is how we learned of suffering that'd push anybody over the edge.
Tell me.
I'll ask you again. Do you really think you can save Mikiko-san? You got the balls to face the misery she's going through and accept what she's become?
My mind's already made up. I'm gonna save Mikiko. Don't give a rat's ass if I die trying.
Well said. Then let's go.
Huh? Go where?
To Ijincho, Yokohama. I'll fill you in on the drive. Any unfinished business you have, go take care of it now.